Okay, I think we're live. So, the question is, turn the engine off, what am I doing here today? So, I am Brian and I am part of a new community called Funnel Hackers. So, I have joined a 30-day challenge, and the leader has given us a challenge to publish every day for 12 months. So I'm going to do just that. So I'm just going to zoom on this fraction. There you go, zoom in fraction. Right. So today I'm going to tell you about why I'm passionate about chiropractic. So I found my way to health quite slowly. Actually, it took 25 years to find a career that was my lifetime, and I've done a number of different things, from left school and joined the police. What did I do after that? I worked in hotels, I sold real estate, I worked in hotels again and management, tin badge, and got a transfer to Sydney, Australia, where I live. And in that process I did a course in massage. I was fascinated by that, so I wanted to learn that skill base. So I've always been fascinated by bodies and by health, and I was keen on bodybuilding, and I've competed a number of times and been to the gym every day since I was an extraordinarily thin 16-year-old. So the idea of working in health and working with bodies is sort of a natural extension. And as I did that, next door to the place where I was working, which was a hypnotherapy clinic, there was a chiropractor, and I went and introduced myself, and the net effect of that is that I ended up working in the practice. And over 10 years of doing massage, I was led to the point where I believed that I was very limited in what I could do with massage in terms of really changing the body, but chiropractic gets inside and works with the structure and the nervous system and changes people's lives. So I wanted part of that. So I thought I was too old, and I'd never done well at university. I just thought I might be a bit dumb. So, however, I recklessly enrolled, and off I went, and it was pretty hideous. I was just useless at maths and chemistry, and it was kind of like being under a waterfall for about 2 years, and that's with your head under the water trying to get pulled out of the turbulence. Anyway, the net effect of that was that I was very seriously considering just dropping the whole thing. I thought, this is just too hard. I'm sick of being poor, having no money, having no time. It was all felt way too hard. And I remembered that my father had been very emphatic that we never stop anything incomplete. It was what he had done, and so I thought, well, I could actually, if you like, vindicate his story, because I know that one of the reasons he didn't achieve what he did in his life, he did less than he could have done, and one of those was that he dropped out of law school and he went to war, and when he came back he sort of got married in a minute, and suddenly he was supporting a family. So very underachieved in his life. Super brilliant guy. Anywho, so I thought, well, I don't want to do that. So, and the options were not that great for going back to selling real estate, which I didn't love selling. So, finished school, and so in that process, there was yins and yangs and moving house just in the middle of exam time when your flatmate turns out to be not what you thought they were, and then that flatmate moved out straight away. So a number of times having those sort of derailing distractions. Anyway, the resources are found when the need is there, and so I managed to end up passing and succeeding. And in that process of going through some of the postgraduate training, still as a student, I really was galvanised into what a chiropractor can do to change a body. And the mentor that I was working with, who was a chiropractor, she's quite extraordinary. She's a wonderful clinician, and it was extremely inspiring working with her and her certainty and clarity, and a really extensive breadth of knowledge, just amazing knowledge base. So The long and short of it is, I managed to finish, and I am overjoyed every day with what happens with the person in front of me. And it's so rewarding when someone gets up and says, wow, that's amazing, and I'm really so grateful that we're working together, and I can't believe I could ever feel this good. Someone gave me a bottle of wine the other day. She said, I'm just so grateful for the support you've given me and being with me during the process, and how I'm now just feeling so much better. So that's the why of it. Why would I do it? Why do I think everyone should have chiropractic? Because gravity is such a consistent mistress master, and your ability to stand up in gravity and maintain ease and smooth movement is hugely important for your nervous system. An unstable body causes a huge amount of overload of the feedback systems to your brain, and that is actually a key component through, you could say, anxiety, and there's some studies that actually confirm that. And we take a lot of measurement tools. We use a lot of measurement tools to look after people as through their process, and in SF36 their scores changed markedly in 6 weeks of adjustment. So it works. So that's why I'm who I am and why I do what I do. And right now I'm really keen to spread my reach. There's a lot I want to contribute. I'd really like to inform people so they have a lot more active say in how they receive health, and that they're much better informed, and that they are much more of a driver of what happens when they're in an appointment with a professional. They're not merely there as a sponge. So in the same way that people might say to me, I would like to try another option, that you can be in your GP's appointment or your doctor's appointment and say, well, that's really good, but I want to see if my body could help itself. So that's where you use us as a resource. Nothing's compulsory in life other than the willingness to change and try new things to achieve a goal. So I've talked for 7 minutes, and that's way long enough. So I am now on a mission and a challenge to talk every day. So I'll be publishing on a few platforms, YouTube and Facebook, and I'll also put posts, written posts into medium, small, large, medium.com, and you can find me under my name, Brian Callan. So look forward to speaking to you every day. My goal is to make the content interesting and useful, and that will be very much driven by the feedback you leave. And if you've got a topic you'd like me to talk about, I do have, for better or worse, a stupid amount of knowledge in my head, and I'm very good at putting it into layman's terms. So ask me a question, I'll be so delighted and privileged to give you an answer. So look forward to speaking to you soon. Keep an eye on the space, and expect something tomorrow. All the best. Bye.